Hello and welcome to the USA breaking news on 15th May 2026. Donald Trump has warned that his patience with Iran is running out following the talks with Xi Jinping over the escalating conflicts involving Iran, the United States, and Israel. The tensions have continued to rise after Iran shut down the strategic Strait of Hormuz in a response to attacks launched by the United States and Israel since February 28th. Although Washington temporarily suspended direct strikes, the USA has maintained the restriction on vessels departing Iranian ports. A diplomatic effort to ease the conflict remains difficult as Iran insists it will not halt its uranium enrichment programs, which Western powers suspect could be linked to a nuclear weapon developments. The Iran conflict dominated the discussion during Trump's visit to China this week. China remains one of Iran's closest allies and a major trading partners, especially in the oil sector. Speaking to Fox News on Thursday, Trump said, "I will not continue to be patient. They should accept the deal." One of the key disagreements remained the handling of the Iranians enriched uranium stockpiles, with Trump insisting it should be placed under USA supervision. Following Thursday's meeting between Trump and Xi, the White House announced that both leaders agreed the Strait of Hormuz must be reopened. China also reportedly opposed Iran's charging ships passing through the vital waterway. Trump further revealed that Xi assured him China would not send weapons to Iran, describing the move as a significant step towards reducing tension. Meanwhile, instability in the region continues to grow. An Indian vessel transporting livestock from Africa to the United Arab Emirates was attacked off the coast of Oman, killing all 14 people on board. India condemned the attacks. In other escalation, Iran reportedly said the vessel coming from the United Arab Emirates further fueling tensions across the Gulf region. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has accused the United Arab Emirates of playing a direct role in attacks of allegedly carried out against Iran by Israel with support from the United States. Speaking to the ministerial meeting of the BRICS summit in New Delhi, India, Araghchi claimed the UAE was involved in actions aimed at destabilizing Iran. The accusation comes shortly after Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly revealed that he had made a secret visit to the UAE and held talks with the country's rulers. However, the UAE quickly denied the reports, insisting that neither Netanyahu nor any Israel military delegation had visited the Gulf nation. Despite the denial, Araghchi said Iran would not tolerate what he described as a growing cooperation between the UAE and Israel against Tehran. The truth is that the UAE played a direct role in the attacks against my country. When the attacks began, they did not even issue the statement condemning them, Araghchi said. He further warned the UAE that hosting American military bases and maintaining close ties with Israel would not guarantee its security, urging Abu Dhabi to reconsider its position towards Iran. The conflict involving Iran, the United States, and Israel escalated on February 28, 2026, with Iran retaliating by targeting USA military bases in several Middle East countries, including UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. Report also emerged this week alleging that the UAE and Saudi Arabia carried out a secret strikes on Iran, though details remain undisclosed. The analysts warned that the growing tension between Iran and the UAE could complicate negotiation and consensus building at the BRICS meeting. On Musk's newly formed artificial intelligence company, SpaceX AI is reportedly facing growing internal challenges, including difficulties retaining a key employees. The company, created after the merger of SpaceX and XAI in February, has already lost more than 15 researchers and engineers in just few months. A report indicates that many of the departing experts are joining Rivotek's firm. At least 11 pharma employees have reportedly moved to Meta, while 7 others joined the newly launched Thinking Machine Labs. The source also claimed that 11 employees left shortly after the merger was completed, including 2 individuals believed to have helped establish the company. The departures are said to be affecting one of the company's most critical divisions responsible for developing advanced artificial intelligence technologies. Employees reportedly complained about extreme workloads and unrealistic deadlines, saying they felt pressured to deliver projects at an unsustainable pace. Despite the internal turmoil, SpaceX AI remains financially strong and is rumored to be preparing for possible stock market listing in the near future. Reports suggested that several employees are choosing to cash out their share before leaving the company. United States has announced the removal of $15,000 visa bond requirements for football fans who have already purchased the tickets for the 2026 FIFA World Cups. The tournament will take place from June 11th to July 19th, 2026, and will be jointly hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Previously, concerns had grown among football supporters, especially from several African countries, after the United States introduced a visa bond policy requiring visitors from certain nations to pay a deposit of $15,000 before being granted entry. The policy was designed as a part of broader immigration control, where the amount would be refunded if a visitor complied with the visa condition, such as returning home on time or respecting the terms of their stays. However, the USA Deputy Assistant Secretary for Consular Affairs, Maura Namdara, told the BBC that the requirement will now be waived for supporters who meet the condition and have purchased official World Cup tickets. She said, "We are removing the visas bond requirement for fans who qualify and have bought tickets to attend World Cup." The exemption reportedly covers citizens from around the 15 countries, including several African nations whose team have qualified for the tournament, such as Algeria, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Tunisia. Despite this decision, USA authorities will continue to closely screen visa applicants, including reviewing social media activities as a part of security checks, a move that could still affect some fans' ability to travel. The FIFA has welcomed efforts to ensure the tournament is widely accessible, saying it is working to make the 2026 World Cup the most watched edition in history. A new Ebola outbreak has been declared in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, according to the Africa CDC. The outbreak is concentrated in Ituri province, particularly in the gold mining town of Mongwalu and Rwamara, with additional suspected cases reported in the provincial capital, Bunia. Health authorities report approximately 246 suspected cases and 65 deaths, raising alarm across the region. Preliminary laboratory findings are tests conducted by the INRB in Kinshasa detected the Ebola virus in 13 out of 20 samples. Analyzed officials say 4 of the 5 deaths occurred among confirmed cases. A government response is still pending while Africa CDC has officially declared the outbreak. The Congolese government has not yet assured formal declaration. A press briefing is expected as authorities assess the situation. A regional coordination underway. Africa CDC says it is organizing urgent coordination meeting with the Democratic Republic of Congo and neighboring countries, including Uganda and South Sudan, to strengthen surveillance across border response and mobilization of health partners. Security challenges complicate a response. Response efforts are being hampered by ongoing security in Ituri, where multiple armed groups operate. A military rule has a military rule has been in place since 2021 to address label activity, but instability continues to disrupt contact tracing, vaccination campaigns, and medical supply delivery. Ebola history in Democratic Republic of Congo. This is the 17th Ebola outbreaks recorded in Democratic Republic of Congo since the virus was first identified in 1976 near the Ebola River. The country has faced reportedly outbreaks, including the devastating 2018-2020 epidemics that killed nearly 2,300 people. Health officials are now racing to contain the outbreaks before it spread further across the region. Thank you for watching.